Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man, and we in these streets, baby. We in these streets. Another beautiful day out here. Ooh-wee, it's beautiful. 67 degrees, all that good stuff. We in these streets, but I just want to drop another video right quick. You know how we do it every Monday. Monday musing, that's what I call it. We do every little Monday, little kind of pep talk. Getting ready for this new show that's coming up on Mondays, the Big Game James Show. It's going to be popping. It's going to be nice. You're going to like it. We're going to have a lot of fun with that show, so make sure you please tune in on that. Also, great news. If you haven't seen on my community page already, please go check that out. Thank you for the man above. He's always blessing. He's always faithful, even when I'm not. So thank you for the man above. Appreciate you. But we're going to this NFL draft. We went to this Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. Had a great time, great interviews. Me and Joe Castro. Joe's trying to get to this draft. He was there last year. I'm going to be there this year. My new team, shout out to College Football Dogs, Pro Football Dogs. Appreciate them. Went out there and already got media credentialed by the NFL through them. So I put in my bid to be down there in the draft. They said, let's get it, Big Game. So we'll be down there. We are waiting for the official word for them to go ahead and send the credentials, but it's damn near like 90% it's going to happen because our whole team got approved by the NFL. So I'm excited about that. We're going to have the Big Game James Show. That's popping. You know we're going to have my show. Final word, like we gonna get it popping. We're gonna have a good time, but really excited about that. First time gonna be on Media Row. First of many times, okay? First of many times. We trying to really grow and open the door, and touch some new rims. If you're a member, go check out that members video, and I'll let you know what we have ahead. I got a lot of things in my mind that's in store from me and beyond. So hopefully everything will go great with that. So, once again, I'm excited about that. Let's get it, man. But I want to talk about something real quick about this all-in thing. Now, I ain't never believed the all-in thing from the get because I was talking about the all-in last year. Jerry, I don't listen to what he says. He just be talking. But when he said all in, he wasn't even concrete about it. Like he said, the all in is we all in Dak, we all in CD, we all in Micah. Cool. But to me, if you're seeing what Mike McCarthy, since Mike McCarthy has gotten there, they have went out and got players. I can't sit there and say they didn't try. And if you watch the final word, 2021, 2022, I was dapping up Stephen Jones. People act like I hate on Stephen Jones. I've always called him baby nuts, but I was sitting there last year and the year before that giving him praise. Mike McCarthy came in the fold his first year. They went and got Dontari Poe, HaHa Dix, Gerald McCoy. Those was the main guys, and they hadn't did that in a while. Now, they were downtrending. They weren't no top stars now. They were downtrending. But the fact that they went out and did that, we're like, okay, was that cheap? Yeah. They ain't go all out. But you started to see things. And then they went and got Brent Urban. I can't remember the class, the free agent class the next year. But to me, the all-in year was last year. And I was saying it on the final word last season when it was happening. If you paid attention when me and Boss were going back and forth, when I said this is the all-in year. Last year was the all-in year to me. Because if you think about it, let me get in here because the wind blowing a little bit. Because if you think about it, look at this. Look what happened last year. They signed Malik Hooker. They signed Donovan Wilson. J-Ron Curse already been signed. They signed both of them guys. They signed Trevin Diggs. They signed Terrence Steele. I didn't think they were going to sign Trevin Diggs. Even though it was a contract that they wanted, I didn't think they were going to do it. I thought they would sign Terrence Steele, but I didn't think they were signing Trevin Diggs. I thought they were going to try to franchise tag him. It was going to be a long, drawn-out thing, but they did it because it was a good contract for them. That's why they did it. But they still did it. Then they didn't really go hard in free agency. They did kind of more sign their own, bring all their own guys back. Re-signed Jonathan Hankins to another deal, and they made trades. They don't never give up picks. Stephen Jones loved them picks. He hoards picks. He gave up, I know they weren't first or second rounders, but he gave up picks. He gave up for Brandon Cooks, and he gave up for Stephen Gilmore. Were they 28, 29? No, they were downtrending. But the fact that they still did it. And the number one key was they let go of Kellen Moore and didn't re-sign him. Now, I done already told you how I felt. I feel like Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn was promised some things from them Joneses, and they didn't have fruition, and now they coming back to get after you. Just me. That's just my own personal thoughts. I don't got no facts in it. I know there's some people out there got fact checks everything. I get it. They fact check everything. They're the fact check people. I get it. I ain't mad. But that's just my theory. And I'm allowed to have that theory. But anyway, what I see, like I said, that all in, to me, was last year. And I kept saying it. If you follow the final word, I kept on saying, this is the all in. You got rid of Kellen. The Joneses said, all right. Kellen Moore is our board wonder. But we're going to go ahead and let him go and believe in you. We're going to go out there and get you your receiver that you didn't have last year with CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks. We're going to go out there and get you another cornerback. We saw some potential in Deron Bland, but we're going to go get you Stephen Gilmore. And he wasn't Stephen Gilmore but he was still good enough with Diggs. We re-signed Jonathan Hankins. We drafted a defensive tackle in the first round, first time in 20 years. And we let go of your guy that you didn't want. And we're letting you run this offense. We're letting you do it how you want. You saw what happened. Dak had a career year, was in the MVP conversation, 4,500 yards, led the league in touchdowns. Went crazy. Dallas said, in my opinion, said, we're going to do all this because we're going to let you have it your way. And go look at the Big Star show. Me and Star said, Mike McCarthy choked. And now they're back to their old ways. They wasn't talking in the media either last year. They was quiet. They was being quiet. It was almost like, they was like, okay, Mike, we brought you in, but we had our people. We keep on hearing you complaining about Kellen Moore and whatever, so we'll get rid of him. We'll do what you want this year. And we're going to put all these chips in this year and let's see what happens. If you fail, we're going back to our ways. Well, Mike McCarthy, you failed. Now, that wasn't Jerry and Steven's fault that y'all failed on the field. Yeah, I do feel like Dan Quinn has some of that to do with that. But it don't matter. Mike McCarthy still choked. And I like Mike McCarthy. I like you. But they brought you over here to get over the hump. And you've been choking these last 3 years. 2021 was a straight up choke job. I don't even want to mention 2021 because that was some BS. And they still had a chance. You feel me? Still had a chance to win the game. As bad as y'all played in that game and come in scary. 2022 was your best year. You know why? Because you played away from home and you played better away from home. You don't got to worry about all that because y'all choke at home. Anytime there's that pressure, Dallas is win all these games. Y'all choke. Y'all just be choking. So that was a choke job. It would have been a choke. Y'all been choking at home 2021 and 23. 2022 was their best time. Because why? They didn't play at home. They went on the road to Tampa Bay, run a road game in like 20-some years, 30 years. It wasn't that pressure. Was pressure, but it wasn't that kind of pressure. Then you went to San Francisco and you really should have won that game in 2022. You held them boys down. You really should have won that game. Last year was just a straight, I don't know what that was. But I know what it was. You couldn't handle the pressure. Joneses was staring right over top of you like you better win, and you choked. Your team choked. You choked. All y'all choked. All y'all. Not just the defense. Dak, all y'all choked last year. All y'all. Now I just feel like they like, you know what? Because if you look at their transitions from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, if you look at those transitions, they had already had free agents around this time, March 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Last year, they had already made the trades. So this is the time they was already getting busy and getting active. Now they like, nah, them players that was with us, they wasn't nobody to be tripping off of. We gonna pay them no money. So I'll just feel like last year was the all-in year. They're back to their old ways. They're gonna worry about paying the stars, CD, Micah, Dak. And I'm gonna just say this one thing about the Dak Prescott thing. I still don't feel like they believe in him like that. Nope, I don't. But they're not gonna move away from him because they don't gamble. They're scared. They're scary. They don't gamble. That would be a big gamble to say, we ain't signing you, Dak. Let your contract play out and then we'll see. No, they scary. You know why? Because Dak's not a loser. Ever since Dak's been there, he's been winning games. Okay? So they don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose that money. They don't want to lose them winning and winning games and staying competitive. That's why they resign him. That don't mean you ultimately believe in him, because you still wouldn't have got Trey Lance. I don't care. If you ultimately believe in him, so y'all just think Trey Lance is a career backup? I just want to know, Cowboys, front office, y'all think Trey Lance is a career backup? Okay, I want to hear it, because you're paying that backup some money. All right? Because I guarantee you, I'm not going to guarantee you, I'm going to guarantee you from my opinion, if Trey Lance had already shown something and whatever, I don't think they'd have been trading for him. I think their chest would have been stuck out a little bit more going against Dak with them contract negotiations. But they don't got nothing to stand on. They don't know what Trey Lance is. They ain't going with Cooper Rush. They don't know what he is. So since you don't know what he is and you too scary, you ain't going to move on from Dak because you're scared, because that's a winning quarterback. You don't want to move on from that. You want to still feel like you have a chance, and Dak gives you a chance. Even though they ain't won, Dak still does give you a chance. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, so he gives you a chance. That's why they won't move on from him. But it ain't like if Trey Lance didn't show them something, they wouldn't be a little bit different in these negotiations. I believe they would. I believe they'd be a lot more sticking out their chest in them negotiations if they had something in Trey Lance. But since they don't, and they don't know what they have in him, that's why I feel like they're going to sign him. Not ultimately because they just believe in Dak. Just because you don't know what you have in Trey Lance. Now, if Trey Lance goes out there and turns up in that preseason or training camp or whatever, I just want to see when they're going to sign Dak. I just want to see. You know, they said they're working on it. Cool, whatever. I just want to see. Let me see. So, that's my thoughts on this. The all-in season was last year. Dallas choked. Dallas failed. So now I feel like the front office is like, we ain't doing that no more. We're going to do it our way now. We're going back to our way because you choked it when we gave you a chance. That's just all theory, just my thought pattern, just the way it feels and seems. But, hey, we'll see. And then on one last note, I think I'm going to post something about Tyron Smith where Jerry Jones said, we think the world of Tyron. We just love him. But we couldn't pay that money. But you paid it to Zach Martin, though. When Zach Martin came in there, I want to raise. Y'all caved to him. Is it just the games? Because Tyron Smith gave you damn near all pro for 13 games. And I'm not crying about moving on from Tyron Smith. I said you got Tyler Smith on March 3rd, March 5th. Said you got Tyler Smith. Let's not cry the blues about Tyron. But it's just how you did it. You talked about how much y'all thought the world of him, but you couldn't pay that money. But you caved for Zach Martin. You feel me? Y'all caved for him. You brought Jason Witten back for 1 year for $4.2 million for nothing. And you couldn't do Tyron like that? That's my only problem with that whole situation. That's it. Ain't nothing else. But that's just my thoughts. Let's get this draft. Let's have this draft coverage. Let's have a great time. And also got some videos posting where I'm going to do some side-by-sides with some players I like, show a little quick video, and do a quick breakdown. So check it out. Look at it. Tell me what you think about this video. Tell me your thoughts. There's one guy who I know is going to jump on here. He's a hater. I'm not going to mention who he is because that's what he wants. But you're a hater, and I'm waiting for your comment because you know I'm going to delete it. Big Game James, I'm out. Peace.